Good morning, team. It is a new dawn, it is a new day, and I have not uploaded in months. But I'm back and it's lovely to see you. If you're new here, my name is Michael, I'm a school teacher, and this is the Commute, where I drive to and from work with you. It's like a podcast but in the car. If you enjoy, please subscribe, leave a like, it helps out immensely, and you'll know when I next upload. Now, boy oh boy, have I got a lot to talk about in 20 minutes. I'm not going to get through it all, but yeah, just a quick rundown of why I haven't uploaded. I've been busy. It's been a heck of a term. It is term 4 at school, and we have so much going on that when I finish the day, I get in the car and I'm ready to drive home from work, I'm just shattered. So I haven't really been in the space to talk, but I'm feeling really good. I've had a fantastic weekend, and I'd, yeah, love to talk to it and document it like my video diaries are for. So this weekend was Georgia's 22nd birthday. She turned 22 yesterday, and we went up to Auckland to see Coldplay, which was her first proper big concert, and boy was it incredible. So Mum and Dad drove up on Friday night, which coincidentally was fantastic timing because I had my staff do, which meant I had a personal Uber to come and pick me up after I had a couple drinks. So we went to Lawn Bowls, and then we went to Rising Tide, which is this craft brewery / dumpling house in the Mount. So we had a really lovely staff do. And as I said, we got up bright and early the next morning and set off to Auckland. And we went and saw Coldplay. So this was their final show of the year, of 2024. And it was very, very, very special. I love Coldplay. I've grown up listening to Coldplay. My dad's got all of their CDs. I've got their albums on vinyl, but Dad doesn't actually own any on LP. But I grew up around the 2000s to the beginning of the 2010s era of Coldplay. Parachutes, Rush of Blood to the Head, X and Y, and Milo X a Lotto. Those are the 4 albums I know religiously. And then about 2014, when they released Ghost Stories, I kind of drifted off because their sound changed a bit, like this. Drunk and high, so high, so high. So they got very poppy and electronic-y. I suppose Milo X a Lotto was the start of that, but for whatever reason, I kind of stopped listening to them. But seeing that they were coming, I absolutely had to go. And Mum and Dad loved them. So we got tickets. Mum was sitting at the desk when the tickets released and went bam, 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 bam. She's really good at getting tickets. And off we went. So show, incredible. Quite frankly, I could have died happy after seeing that. So Mum and Dad said if it's the last show they ever see, they'd be very content. We all got these colourful wristbands and they lit up through the show, so we were like the lights show, and it was amazing. As well, we also got these moon goggles which you put on at a certain part of the show, and somehow they make all of the light refract in the shape of love hearts. So all the flashing lights are flashing love hearts, or they're flashing stars. It was amazing. Tons of fireworks, confetti. It really was incredible, and so many special guests. My highlight, which is a song I'd never heard before, was We Pray, which is off their new album, which is playing now. I've just got it shuffling on Spotify. So We Pray, they got everyone on stage, all the opening acts. They got, I think there were some Samoan blokes. I can't remember what band they were from or what group they were from, but wow, were they powerful. They really bellowed it out. It was beautiful. We Pray was very powerful. And yeah, it was just a night of joy and love, and yeah, it was the most, Mum said it was the most appreciated she ever felt by a band. You know, Chris Martin had a bit of a ramble talking about how appreciative he was of everyone coming out to see the show, and he knows how difficult and expensive it can be. And also a lot of our tickets proceeds go towards looking after the planet. It was really lovely. So we had an absolutely magical day. I'm actually going to make a little video. This is one of their new songs, All My Love. I'll play the chorus. Again, it was one of those songs that I heard for the first time last night. Oh my love. Yes, I don't know the words to any of their new songs, but it was blooming good. And like Mum said, you've got a different connection to it now. Even though you've never listened to it, you're connected to it. It makes me quite emotional listening to all of this stuff. It really was one of those memories I'll truly cherish. I've seen many a concerts, but nothing quite like that. And I had my mum and my dad there, and I had my partner, who I love very much, so it was very special. We also got t-shirts. Me and George got matching Coldplay t-shirts, and yeah, it was magical. La, la. And then before we knew it, the concert was over. We were trying to get an Uber like 50,000 other people. Gosh, Auckland was gridlocked. My golly. And then the next day, we had a slow start to the morning. We went out to the shops. Georgia went into Lush and got some body products, like face masks and stuff like that. Popped into the T2 shop. They got a whole shop just of T2, which is a really nice tea brand that Georgia and I like, so we popped in there. And my granddad passed away recently, and as a bit of a commemorative thing, Dad popped in and he got a watch so that every time he looks to check the time, he can look and remember his dad. And we actually did, I've had a beautiful weekend. I've had a very privileged weekend. Did the same for me as well. So every time I look at this watch that I've got on at the moment, I can remember my granddad and my nana. My nana and granddad. Don't have too much of my family left, actually. I've got my beautiful gran in Mask, and Jen and Stephen, and we've got Catherine and Bertram and Helena in Germany, and Mum and Dad. But other than that, there's not many of us left, I'll be honest. Oh, this is We Pray. So good. And so we pray. It was so powerful live. And so we pray. And so we pray. Da da da. It was so good. I think the thing is, if I heard this without seeing it live, I don't think I'd like it. It's not my type of song. But seeing it live and seeing how powerful it was on that stage, whoa! Got a whole different meaning to me. As I said, it's almost like hip hop. It's like Chris Martin went and did a rap song. It's so good. And so we pray. And so we pray. And so we pray. Hey, yeah, yeah. The day, and so we pray. So good. So good. And also, I had an amazing weekend last weekend. November is the month of things. And I didn't record a video. Well, I did, but it was pretty pants. I didn't end up uploading it. I was tired. So last weekend, George and I went to Auckland to see Lord of the Rings: A Musical Tale. And holy moly. I am in a bit of a hyperfixation around Tolkien and Middle-earth at the moment. And seeing a musical version of Lord of the Rings was magical. It was absolutely spectacular. They brought it over from Chicago, And boy oh boy, if you ever get the chance to see Lord of the Rings on stage, do it. It was amazing. I couldn't believe they crammed 11 hours of movies, or a 1,000-page book into 3 hours on the stage. It was brilliant. The actors were awesome. And obviously had all the iconic moments. I wish you shall not pass, and the giant spider was a puppet, and it was amazing. I won't spoil too much of it, but yeah, we saw that, and we went ice skating into the zoo before Burma the elephant left to a sanctuary in Australia. So we had a really special weekend last weekend, and this week on top of everything else, we've also got Crowded House on Wednesday night, which I am so excited for. I love Crowded House. I've actually met Neil Fenn. It's going to be an amazing gig. And then we've got Ursula Carlson, who is a fantastic comedian. Speaking of comedians, last weekend after Lord of the Rings, I actually bumped into a comedian I've been watching for years and years and years. He's an Aussie bloke called Frenchie. And I saw the blonde mullet, and I was like, Georgia, that's Frenchie! I went over and I said, excuse me, you Frenchie? It's like, yeah mate, in his Aussie accent. And we stopped and chatted for about 5-10 minutes because he really likes Middle Earth and Lord of the Rings. And I told him that Georgia and her dad are actually in The Hobbit, and yeah, we had a really cool chat. I got a photo with him, which was amazing. Really, really down to earth, humble bloke. Let's get a new one from Moon Music. Come on, it's their new album. They didn't play Jupiter at the concert. Go on. I'm gonna run out of skips. Okay. I don't have Spotify Premium because I like to have physical media, so I buy my music on vinyl, which means I don't bother paying for Spotify Premium. I don't like subscriptions. I think subscriptions rule our life. So I try to avoid them. But no, that's been it really. I've had a really lovely weekend of connection, and I said last night we went to 88 Chinese, which is one of our local Chinese restaurants. Absolutely beautiful. The people that work there are magical. They love what they do. They're so kind, so generous. The head chef who owns it doesn't take a paycheck. He just, he does it because he loves it. It's one of those really beautiful, humbling restaurants. If you're ever in the Bay of Plenty, go to 88 Chinese. And so Wayne and Kate came out, and we celebrated Georgia's birthday. Had a beautiful passion fruit cheesecake. It was really lovely. This Moon Music, it's a little bit like one of their intros to Viva la Vida, Death and All His Friends. They have a song on it called Life in Technicolor, which is one of my favourite Coldplay songs. My number one Coldplay song is Green Eyes, off A Rush of Blood to the Head. And then maybe A Rush of Blood to the Head. I'm gonna buy a gun and start a war. That song. Warning Sign. I should really just say my favourite album is A Rush of Blood to the Head. I think it's perfect in every sense. And then Milo Exolotto. I think Milo Exolotto drops off towards the end of the album, but the first 3 quarters are incredible. And then probably Parachutes. Not a massive fan of X and Y. It's got some really good tracks in it, but some of it I'm not massive on. I like to compare some of Coldplay's stuff to a little bit of U2. Some of their early stuff sounds quite U2-y, in my opinion. Many people may say otherwise, but yeah, it's been magical. And now I'm back to school, like nothing happened. Well, actually, it is like something happened, because I'm full of happiness and joy and a very lovely memory that I'm going to cherish for a long time. Said I'll get a video up. I took a few videos over the weekend and photos. But yeah, this week's busy. going on a field trip today, which I have no idea what I'm doing. I'll be honest. We talked about it at my team meeting last week. Like, oh yeah, Michael, can you go to Tabuki Gym Sport with the kids? And I was like, sure. Oh, he's going all the way around. That's unusual. Not many people go all the way around this roundabout. Caught me off guard a little bit there. That's why we have brakes. And we've got parent-teacher interviews for 2 nights this week. So it's going to be a busy week. It's week 6. And then I've got, yeah, 4 more weeks of term and I'll finish my first year teaching. It's very exciting. But I do apologise for not uploading. I've just been exhausted, team. Really have been. I've been putting most of my energy into school at the moment. It's a very busy time of the year, so yeah, you understand. Life gets like that. But I also have, when it's public knowledge, I have something very exciting to talk about school-wise. It truly is very exciting, but it's not public knowledge yet, so I can't talk to it. But when it is, and our community knows, I cannot wait to tell you about my situation next year and what I'll be doing. It's very exciting. So yeah, life is good. Life is good. This is your reminder to smile and laugh today and make someone else feel happy. Oh, let's not end on an advertisement. Look at me being a cheapskate. We'll end on oh, I'm on X and Y at the moment, actually. Oh golly, I don't really want to end on any X and Y. That sounds really terrible. We'll end until Kingdom Come. But yeah, life is good, the world is good. I can get really sucked into wormholes and deficit mindsets, but Coldplay reminded me that there is a lot of good in the world and that everything's okay. That concert made me feel so good that I actually want to write songs again. I used to write music. It was one of my releases. It was one of my main releases for getting my emotions out, was writing music, and I stopped. But I think Coldplay's made me want to do that again. So yeah, that was my weekend, team. There's lots more to tell you from the past month, but I'll leave it at that. We'll leave on a positive. As I said, it was lovely to see you, and lovely to check in. And I think I'll cherish this video diary when I'm 50, 60 years old and I'm looking back. This was a good one. But hey, I'll see you in the next episode of the Commute, team. Thank you so much for tuning in again. If you enjoyed and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Helps out immensely and you'll be able to know what I'm up to in my world. But hey, have a great morning, afternoon or evening, and I will see you when I see you. Love to you and your family, eh? Ka kite.